Okay, moving right along. Moving right along. The Toynami character figures finally came out. These are completely different sculpts to the ones that Toynami first showed off. What is it, a couple of years ago, 3 years ago? I forget. But we finally have these sort of, I don't know, it looks like it's somewhere between 80s G.I. Joe and 80s Star Wars style figures. So let's crack out Rick here. Let's use him as a guinea pig and find out what in the heck's going on here. So, what do we got? We got this backer card, which, is it just me, or do Toynami backer cards all sort of look like knockoffs anymore? Insert Harmony Gold joke here, but I do like that the logo they're using is rather reminiscent of the old Robotech Collectors series from Matchbox. But there is something about the particular way that the typography and the artwork gets mishmashed together here that really doesn't look great. I'm making sure here. Oh, it does actually say ages 8 and up down here, and it doesn't actually tell you that this is not a toy. So that's an improvement for Toynami. Oh, they don't use. None of these are using J hooks for the pegs. That is. The Super 7s aren't, and this is ridiculous. You always want to use J-hooks on your action figure packaging so that people, when they're fishing around, can actually get the figure they want out of the back. Okay. Whoa! His crotch just exploded. So that's cool. That's a cool thing. Can we put that back together? Is it going to hold together? Okay, so we've got waist articulation. Taking it out of the package causes crotch to explode. That's a great sign. That's a good first impression. Let's see. Knee articulation, hips. He's got those ball joint hips. Those are ball joint hips. Okay. Does he have wrist He does have wrist articulation. No elbows, of course. You can see that right there. Hinge and swivel here to sort of simulate a ball joint in the shoulders, and his head turns, and I assume, yeah, you take his hair off like so, and then you take his flight helmet out of here, and the other guys all fall, and you stick this around his ears, and this plugs in like so. And it looks kind of weird because he doesn't have any bangs, but well, I mean, that's not the worst way to go about it. The worst way to go about it would have been to 80s it up and make his hair not show accurate and just stick a plastic helmet on him, a sort of rubbery plastic helmet. But yeah, I suppose he's ready to get into his Veritech fire. I should have brought over my Matchbox, Harmony Gold, Playmates, whatever, Veritech Fighter, and to stick him into, but... And he comes with a cheap plastic stand here. What is this? Oh! It's a bang piece! You do get a piece to... Okay. Okay! I see! So you stick the little extra added bang piece over the block on his head. And then you stick the helmet on, and then it doesn't look stupid. Okay. You've thought of everything, Toynami, except for, actually gluing his crotch together so it doesn't explode when you try to take it out of the plastic bubble. But yeah. No, that, I guess the lighting in here is crap. But yeah. I should have actually turned the lights on before I started recording 20 minutes ago. Hold on for a second. I think that's much better. Okay. I'm not going to go back and re-record because I've already opened all these blasted figures, but hey. So, as a comparison, There's your Matchbox Rick with his helmet, and there's your new Toynami Rick with his helmet. So these are 3 3/4 of an inch, as was standard back in the day. This is clearly, I mean, you can just look at it, it's clearly 4 inches. And we'll sit him down. And I've got a Robotech fighter right here. And does he fit nicely in the Robotech fighter? Let's find out. Let's find out. Yeah. Yeah, he actually doesn't look bad. He looks like he's sleeping. He looks like he's taking a nap, but he actually fits in there. So that ain't bad. That ain't bad. So yeah. That is a really this is a really loose waist joint. But again, of course it is, because it literally just exploded when I tried to take them out of the package. So let's get these all up again. Toss that aside. Toss that aside, and we'll just put him next to his fighter there. And you can go back whence you came. Okay. And we'll put his hair here, and his cheap plastic stand next to the Robotech. So we got Roy. Here's Roy. So I'm gonna take him, field commander of the Robotech. Sure, right, whatever. Okay. Ah, yeah. So that's what I missed. They've got the bang piece in there behind the helmet. Okay. Sure. All right. So here, we'll take Roy out of here. Your crotch isn't going to explode on me, is it, Roy? It's not bad. It's not bad. Focus. There we go. Yeah. I mean, you're going to have the same articulation on all of these. Well, most of these. 90 degrees. You know. They're little 4-inch character figures. Can't expect everything out of them. And then you pop his hair off and knock the camera. And then you take the helmet out, and this little piece of plastic comes out, and you get your bangs, and you put your bangs on here. You plug his helmet on. And then he looks cool because he's Roy. He's got his black and gray helmet. And then you stick him next to Skull Eater, and you awkwardly put his hair there. And you take the little plastic stand, and you just stick that there, because you don't need it right now. Hey, look, it's Max. It's Max. And you slice your finger because you're doing this carelessly. You gonna explode? No. That was just a bad first impression. That's what that was. I think the blue on his hair should probably be a little lighter. And he looks awfully mousy. But it is Max, so that sort of makes sense. Since they're doing a separate plastic piece for the hair, you know, they sculpt his one little bang that sort of droops down, but you know, it's still attached. And let's see here. Let's see how this works. We don't have a Max to pair it with. So I guess he gets to go in front of, I don't know, the 1A. Because he did pilot a 1A. He does get the one droopy bang on the separate plastic hairpiece. And you sort of stick that on, and it doesn't look great. I don't know if that's molded slightly wrong, or... Me. Oh, that's not good. And I swear, I swear I've seen other photos of Max. Yeah, it looks like the one on the box, except that, the one on the box, the face is different, actually. But no, they basically tell you on the back of the box, yeah, this is going to look like crap. So, Max is probably best off having his regular hair on. But we're not doing that right now. Where did the stand go? Ah, it's on the floor. Okay. So yeah, poor Max. You kind of suck. You kind of suck. Oh well. Oh well. Miriam. We got Miriam. Miriam has a slightly different torso because she is a lady, and yeah, I mean it works the same. I bet you the waists on all of these are stiffer because their crotches didn't explode. I'm not letting that go. I'm not letting that go. Bad first impression, Toonami. I don't feel like I'm going to take her hair off because I know that's gonna look like crap. I'm just going to stand her in front of the battle pod. Or next to the battle pod? Next to the battle pod. Stick that there. Take that out. Take the little bang piece out. Stick it inside the helmet. And I'm going to put that right there. Because that is fine as it is. And finally... Well, finally for these, we have Lin Min Mei, ladies and gentlemen. Singer, celebrity, and winner of Miss Macross. That's not how you spell pageant. And that is a new piece of artwork. The rest of those were the Robotech pilot pieces of art for the old Masterpiece Collection toys. But this is a new piece, and it's not great, like so many new things. So stick that next to the 1D. She's got similar articulation to the rest. She's got wrist swivels. She's got a ball joint in the head. It goes wiggly waggly. And, I mean, she's got knees, and I guess she's probably got hips. And yes, I'm looking up the skirt, but that's mostly for articulation purposes. And also, there's always that sort of curiosity. Did they bother to not make that horrible and creepy? Yeah. She's, they didn't do that flesh color down there. They're not total creeps. Yeah. But, big plastic skirt. Can't do anything. She's the character you are going to probably need a little stand for. And let's see if the little stand does anything worth a darn. Yeah, the one character you're going to need it for, and it's sort of like, these are all sort of gummy, and yeah, I guess that works. She's going to stand all weird and lopsided. But, she's putting all her weight on that. We'll just stick her next to the 1D, and hey, there's your lot. Yeah, you can actually see that the Super 7 figures are, like Rick here, 3 3/4. Or like, let's say, the old G.I. Joe Street Fighter Balrog that I actually brought over a few days ago in preparation for this as a point of comparison. He is, 3 3/4. But we don't need him because Rick's here. So they all kind of look a little funny, standing taller than the Valkyries. But, I'm just kind of happy to have some new character figures that don't look melted like old Matchbox Rick here. So we'll just toss him aside, and he's fine. He's fine. But more than these, so I had been wanting them to do this for years and years and years, the character figures, not necessarily the mecha figures, although I like the mecha figures. But in the last couple of years, I've been much more collecting action figures in the 6-inch scale. Why, look! With the polka dot skirt, just like the old Matchbox 3 3/4 figure, except again with sculpting and detailing that doesn't make you want to die. So